Class 10 Poetry Appreciation Questions. Poem Beautiful Insight, written by Paul Holmes. What can be deceptive? Appearances can be deceptive. What is a crack? A narrow opening is a crack. What is a geode? Geode is a rock. What is meant by dazzling sight? It means sparkling crystals. What are gems? Gems are great people. What is a beautiful heart? A nobleman's heart is a beautiful heart. What do you mean by aching generosity? It means deep desire, which is called as treasure. One's beautiful heart is called as treasure. What is inner beauty? Pleasant quality of man is inner beauty. How does a geode look on the outside? A geode looks dull and grey on the outside. Why is its appearance deceptive? A geode looks dull and grey outwardly, but inwardly it has sparkling light with gems. When are we able to see the dazzling crystals in a geode? We are able to see the dazzling crystals in a geode when it is split. How does a geode split? A geode splits when water seeps through cracks of it. Why does the poet compare some people to a geode? A geode is plain looking but has dazzling crystals inside it. Likewise, some people are simple outwardly but they have beautiful heart inside. When can we see the inner beauty in a human being? We can see inner beauty in a human being when we look him closely and carefully. Moving on to the next poem, The Piano, written by D.H. Lawrence. Whom does I and me refer to? I and me refers to the poet. What is the woman doing? The woman is singing. What is the time then? The time is dusk then. Who is the child? The poet is the child. What is meant by vista? It means view or range. What is appassionatio? It is a piece of music. What is the child doing? The child is pressing the mother's feet. Where is the child sitting? The child is sitting under the piano. Why does the child weep? The child weeps for his childhood days. What is the poet reminded of on hearing the women's song? He is reminded of his childhood days. What is the feeling of his mother while singing? She is singing with a smile. Who is the child referred to here? The child referred to here is the poet D.H. Lawrence. What emotion does the mother display? The mother displays happiness. Is the speaker a child or an adult? The speaker is an adult. Whose heart weeps to belong? The poet's heart weeps to belong. Moving on to the next poem, Manliness, written by Rudyard Kipling. How can dreams become our masters? Being in dream world without action can become our masters. Who are the two impostors? Triumph and disasters are the two impostors. Why are they called as impostors? Because they are not permanent. What do we come across in life? we come across success and failure. What does the poet mean by unforgiving minute? It means the time that we waste. What instills courage in one to hold on? Willpower instills courage in one to hold on. What keeps one going on in spite of being repeatedly confronted with failures? Willpower will keep one going on in spite of repeated failures. Which quality would you consider is the most essential for man in order to face challenges? Persistence is the most essential quality for a man to face the challenges of life. Moving on to the next poem, Going for Water, written by Robert Frost. Where is the well? The well is beside the house. How is the well? The well is dry. Where did the children go with pail and can? The children went with pail and can to the brook. Why did the children go to the brook? The children went to the brook to fetch water. Why is the well dry? The well is dry because of autumn season. Who found them soon? The moon found them soon. What does the word she refer to? She refers to the moon. What are gnomes? Gnomes are dwarfs or little children. Why did they lay a staying hand? To get rid of fear in the night time, they laid a staying hand. What were the drops like? The drops were like pearls. Why is the brook described as silver blade? The brook is described as silver blade because it shines in the moonlight. What is meant by barren boughs? It means boughs without leaves. What would you say? Whether the poet and his friends saw the brook or heard the brook? The poet and his friends saw the brook first. Did the speaker enjoy the trip into the woods? Yes, the speaker enjoyed the trip into the woods. What makes you say so? The speakers ran into the woods, enjoying the appearance of the moon all the way. Why did the speakers pause in the woods? The speakers paused in the woods once as the moonlight disappeared. What did the speakers want to do first? The speakers wanted to hear the brook first. Pick out the words that describe the flow of the brook. A note as from the single place, and a slender tinkling fall that made. Why is the river referred to as a silver blade? The thin flow of the river with the reflection of the moonlight made it look like a silver blade. Moving on to the next poem, The Cry of the Children, written by Elizabeth Barrett Browning. Who are weary? The children are weary. Whom does we refer to? We refers to the children working in factories. Why are they weary? They are weary because of hard work. What does weary mean? Weary means tired. What do the children want to do when they find a meadow? They want to sleep. What does the poet want the children to do? The poet wants the children to run or leap. Why do the knees of the children tremble? The knees of the children tremble because they work for a long time or they stoop and drive the wheels. Why do they have drooping eyelids? They have drooping eyelids because of hard work and sleeplessness. What are the eyes compared to? The eyes are compared to the reddest flower. How are their eyes? Their eyes are redder than the red flower. What do the children do all the day? They work all the day. Where do they work? They work in factories and mines. What do they pray? They pray to stop the wheels. What do they need? They need rest and sleep. What do the children do all day long? The children drive the wheels of iron in the factories all day long. How are the meadows used by the children? The children use the meadows only to sleep. Why should the wheels be silent for a day? If the wheels do not run at least for a day, the children can have some rest. Why would the flowers look pale? The flowers look pale when they are compared to the reddest eyes of the children. What makes the children fall? Hard work without sleep and rest make the children fall. Why are their eyelids drooping? Their eyelids are drooping because they are heavy without sleep. What is the condition of the children? The condition of the children is such that they are not even able to walk. Next, we are going to learn the appreciation questions for the poem Migrant Bird written by Hamidah Bashir. Who is the speaker in this poem? The speaker is a migrant bird. What does globe mean? It means earth. What does I refer to? I refer to migrant bird. What are vigil gates? Vigil gates are security gates. What does the phrase brother of brother's son mean? It means people in neighboring states. Whom are walls and vigil gates meant for? It is meant for men. What is meant by speed of wings? It means flying fast. Bring out the meaning of the phrase breed my brood. It means producing young ones. Does the bird have any boundary? No, the bird doesn't have any boundary. Why does the bird close its eyes? The bird closes its eyes against the sun rays and to dream. Whose sojourn is referred to here? The sojourn of the migrant bird is referred to here. What do you think a bird would dream of? The bird would dream of a safe nest and a happy life. Where do you think the skies could begin for the bird? The skies could begin for the bird from its nest. What kind of world is described in the poem? The world is divided into many countries. Each country has its own boundary, flag, etc. How are human relations described in this poem? The people living in the border are tightening against the citizens of neighbor country. What are the boundaries referred to by the poet? The boundaries referred to by the poet here is the borderlines that divide two countries. What is meant by distant spills? It refers to the distant areas filled with water. What is the meaning of the phrase breed my brood? The meaning of the phrase is laying eggs and hatching them. What is the meaning of the phrase I won't look down? No, I will not. The migrant bird does not have any border problem and fighting like men, so the migrant bird will not look down. Moving on to the next poem, Shilpi. What is cacophony? Cacophony means unpleasant sound. To whom do the words throb and rhythm refer to? It refers to steady beating of a chisel. What is meant by fickle? It means changing. What does sinew means? It means muscles. What are heirlooms of rich tradition? Inherited skills are heirlooms of rich tradition. What is a decade? It means 10 years' time. Whose eyes are blurry? Shilpi's eyes are blurry. Why are Shilpi's eyes blurry? Shilpi's eyes are blurry because of hard work. What is meant by virgin rock? It means unused rock. What does the Shilpi survey? The Shilpi surveys the statues. Why are the hammer and chisel laid aside? The day's work is over, so they are laid aside. What is surveyed with close scrutiny? The statue is surveyed with close scrutiny. How are the well-molded curves formed? The well-molded curves are formed by chiseling the sharp edges. Who is the surveyor? The Shilpi is the surveyor. What is being glad at critically? The statue is being glad at critically. What are the tools used? Hammer and chisel are the tools used. Why are the eyes bloodshot? Hard work makes the eye of the Shilpi bloodshot. Deep pride, then reverence. State the emotion portrayed in these lines. Pride and reverence are the emotions portrayed in these lines. What has the Shilpi attained through decades of practice? The Shilpi has attained blurry eyes, strong and steady sinews through decades of practice. Sinew means muscles. Why does the knocking softens to a mild tap? As the Shilpi is giving finishing touches to the statue, his knocking softens to a mild tap. What is the consequence of the knocking? The virgin rock is shaped into a perfect statue and the rugged lines melt. How can cacophony be harmonious? Explain the contrast. The rhythmic knocking is harmonic to those who value art. Others consider it as a mere noise. There is a variation in the tempo. Why? The tempo varies according to the changing moods of the Shilpi. How are Shilpi's mood connected to the tempo of the hammer? When the Shilpi is sure, the tempo is synchronized, but when he is thoughtful, it is not rhythmic.